Would you leave your home for a full month, open it up to strangers for about $15,000 to $20,000? That is the question that a lot of Kansas City homeowners are asking themselves when it comes to the World Cup being hosted in our city next summer. So when Kansas City was approved to be a host city for the World Cup, one of the considerations was how much capacity we have to host people in hotels and Airbnbs. And the way that they looked at that was to evaluate it within a 2.5 hour radius. I mean, that's going almost to Omaha or almost to Des Moines, maybe all the way to Des Moines. That's a long way away when you think about, I'm going to travel 2.5 hours both ways to go to a sporting event. And we're going to get people all over the world that come to this region. But a lot of Kansas City homeowners are asking themselves if they should rent out their home during this time frame for a premium. So if you're closer in, if you're 20 minutes away from the stadium, that's a whole lot more appealing than 2.5 hours away that some people are going to have to travel. So this week I had the opportunity to attend a session with a property manager of Airbnbs who talked to us about this scenario and talked about some things to consider. Now, the income potential is one that the industry isn't quite sure exactly what this is going to look like. How much are we going to be able to charge? How many Airbnbs are going to come out of the woodwork because now we have this opportunity? So we haven't hosted before, so we don't really know what this is going to look like. In theory, what people are saying at this point is that maybe you triple the amount that it normally would be on an Airbnb. That's a roughly, would be a consideration. The other thing that can boost that income is that there is a rule called the Augusta rule, and you would need to check with your tax professional to be sure. But my understanding is that for 2 weeks out of the year, you can rent your personal home out tax-free. So you wouldn't have to pay taxes on 2 weeks out of that month. Check with your tax professional, but that's also another consideration that is helping the profit margin on this possibility. So if you have a lot of bedrooms in your house, you're going to be more appealing than someone who has just a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house or even smaller. But if you have 5, 6 bedrooms, you should probably think about this. The income potential is pretty high. As with anything, there's risks that come with this too. So the obvious, having strangers in your home, who are you going to let rent your home? Making sure that your house is secure and safe for other people. You know your house. You know the quirks and some of the things you're comfortable with, but taking on the liability for someone else staying there, making sure that it's safe, secure, that there's fire extinguishers and different things to make sure that they're going to be safe is a different consideration. Making sure you have the right insurance for that time frame for your homeowner's insurance so that it's known the situation. The other thing to consider is that if you are thinking about doing this, now is the time to start preparing, because there are going to be certain things that you need to do to your home to get it ready. Now, this property manager that I talked to, or that came to our session, he has a service to set people up and get you set up on an Airbnb, but that's definitely going to cut into your profit. Now, it could be a situation where you set it up on an Airbnb and then you do that for when you go on vacations and it's able to pay for your vacations. But there's definitely some thought to it and some preparation, and the time is now to be thinking about if that's an option for you. So I'm curious how many people are thinking about this as an option. I'd be happy to connect you to the property manager that came and talked to us. But if it is a certain price point that would cause you to make that decision, what would it be? I would love to consider it for my house, but I have a soccer-loving husband that I don't think I could get to leave Kansas City for that time frame. It's going to be an exciting time frame in Kansas City, and I'm here for it too. But anyway, what would you do? Are you thinking about it? Let me know.